fucking awesome music.
Good hours day and welcome to Tales of Aether, where previously on our session, the crew have made their way into the hidden laboratory of Winno's parents. Didn't come there alone, as they were being followed both by the ungrateful prelate and his goons, as well as some security sent apparently by Miles' mother. We did have a little bit of time to grab the first scan of the room, check some research, check some notes, and found some records left by your parents describing both their experiments, their outcome, the betrayal, and leaving a personal message for Winnow. Having listened to all of that, you were quite determined to make sure this research is destroyed and never makes its way into the hands of either the Red Dawn or the ungrateful prelate, who, having appeared, tried to persuade you one more time to let him have it, to let him take revenge at least against the vampire that has betrayed your parents from Celebrant. You refused, tensions got high, shootout has begun, and it's just as quickly as it has begun, with a lot of the goons and killed and the prelate captured. You kind of like played circus as you destroyed all the evidence, and with prelate in tow, boarded the dropship and went for the Ruber State. On the way there, however, you saw the horizon alight with sunlight as the last piece of resistance, the last revenge plot of the Grand Prelate was put into action. A ship carrying the last of the sun devices has crashed into the estate, drenching it in deadly, deadly sunlight. You are on the ship as the last of the glow disappears in the windows, the illuminators. What do you do?
I think Miles just stands in shock, just staring out the window.
I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder. Do you wanna go there? Do you wanna try and contact him? You have a compound, right, for it?
Mm-hmm.
You wanna give it to me? I'll just like check his last people contacted list for some mention of them and give them a ring.
The device gives a couple rings. It begins to connect. There's a quiet bloop of the device echoing through the silent dropship. And then connects. On the other side, you hear Miles.
I take the.
One second.
Yeah, I grab it.
I'll
out
just
of his
hand it
hand.
right over.
Miles.
Yes, it's me. Is everything okay?
No. There has been an attack. You like hear in the background, like basically loud breathing. Well, actually not very loud breathing, but more like footsteps rushing down like stone hallways, and your father's voice is kind of like distorted, like there's something in his throat. There's been an attack. lost device.
What's the situation with mother and sister?
I do not know. I am rushing there. I was asleep. Return home.
We're on our way. With the prelates in tow.
The device turns off.
Do you want to get there faster, Miles?
I'm pretty sure we're going as fast as we can.
No, we're not. I've been there before. We can be there now.
What about this guy? I poked the prelate.
He seems well taken care of by the rest.
Father's okay. He's got things under control. Don't want to blow your cover.
You're
We'll
cool.
get there.
We can go.
No, it actually gives me perhaps a little bit more time to collect myself.
Sure.
Though, just if you could, please just stay around me. No need to talk or anything. Just be here.
Of course.
Don't go anywhere in the helicopter, he said. I'm thinking to myself.
Then Mal just probably just tries to choke down crying and emotions. He's just staring blank into the distance through the window.
Nobody else does anything. The mansion swiftly approaches as the dropship travels there at full speed. As you come closer, you as well begin to see the destruction, the physical destruction that the fallen ship has caused, and the remains of that ship. Stone Gargoyle is still kind of busy tearing it apart. Aside from that, it's quiet. There's no other movement. No servants rushing around, no undead, no bats, the ever-present bats. Quiet. And billowing smoke coming from the ship. The dropship hovers over whatever is left of the garden, and its mouth drops open, let you out. I imagine some of you jumping off even before the ship actually lands to allow for it. Miles, I assume you rush immediately for your parents, for the new estate. As you rush there, there's the ground rumbles as part of the crashed ship explodes a little bit and erupts in fire, sending some wood and metal thrown all around. You rush ahead. The estate itself is standing there. You see cracks at some of the windows where the debris from the ship, or maybe just the shaking, must have caused the destruction, but it's fine. Except as you push and unwedge the door and enter inside, you start seeing first signs of what has happened.
Dan?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
My camera was lagging a bit, so I switched. Finished. You start seeing the first signs of what has transpired here as you stumble across a small pile of ash and then another, and then another. And throughout all of that, you just stop yourself for a moment to understand what you're breathing in right now, because the air is just filled with dust. And it is not dust. There must have been thousands of fell bats around here that got all disintegrated by this explosion.
How about you all go and seek for survivors? I stay back with Prelate.
Or
I mean, I'm already in there.
I'll stay close to the couple.
Do you have a destination in mind? Where you're rushing for?
I'll actually rush towards. I'm guessing Miles' mother has an office or a place where she works usually.
Mhm.
But while he's running over there, he's probably gonna give another call to his father, let him know that he's already in this state and rushing towards mother's office.
The device connects, though you don't notice slightly faster this time. You hear your father's voice on the other side, this time sounding a bit more like himself. Miles, son, have you arrived?
I'm here. I'm on my way to mother's office.
Where are the sick bay?
But sorry, I didn't hear.
We are at the infirmary.
I'm on my way. And I'll change destination to there.
You do like 90, start rushing toward there, and like not crossing, but turning around another corner, you see your like father standing outside of the door, basically, of the med bay of your family, which is also very well equipped. On who notices you and can like lifts a hand in salute.
Mm-hmm. Miles rushes forward and kind of seems perhaps maybe a bit confused, rather
alive.
to hug him or to like hi.
No, like he kind of like half catches you as you almost like stumble into him, and like his first words kind of get mumbled in it. They are alive.
Okay. How is he doing? How does he look?
Yeah, you stop and actually give your father a look, and not for the voice, it would have been hard to recognize your father. The issue is not with the burns that are covering his face, mostly the right side of his face. And they are noticeably healing as you're looking at him, like slowly, like stitching back together, though much, much slower than you're used to seeing your father heal. You've seen him just like gashes heal in moments. But the general look of him, he's pale, much paler than you imagine, with kind of like darkish blue, almost like black veins kind of like showing up under his skin. And slightly what is sullen cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
And his eyes as well aren't quite as like vibrant in color as you're used to. But aside from that, it doesn't appear to be as hurt as you might have imagined.
I've imagined the worst.
I was lucky. I was sleeping in the basement. Dawn has stopped most of the sunlight. Your mother has been in the office, teaching Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
Your sister has been divorced. She is new to this, not used to our abilities. She is healing slowly. And we're limited in how much blood we can give her. For the dangers at her age are worse than the pain she will have to endure. I suppose my assessment has been correct. We have not been destroyed.
But we've been hit hard.
Yes, indeed. Is it done?
He's on the ship with, what's his name? Aether? Thessa? Something like that. Ethna.
Yeah.
Apprehended him. Discovered his motives. Have some suspicions that he had to do something with the events 20 years ago.
I have assumed. Is there anybody else present here from the crew?
I think we're all there.
Oh yeah.
Quick
Probably.
question, just for my understanding. I thought the prelate was on our ship.
No.
No, we didn't have a ship there.
Oh yeah, then there is absolutely no point for me to hang back on the ship. Then I would. Follow
We were
the-
on the dead whale ship.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that's not a bad name for a ship.
Do you mind? I'm wondering, when you talked about all of the ashes, is it normal? Is it normal for this kind of disintegration with creatures as well as vampires, or might I assume that there's this sort of strange technology involved, like we saw the kind of beams coming off of that, walking weapon, or is it sort of normal if in death, for an arisen to just disintegrate?
You're not very familiar with undead. I think it was like the first time you saw like this kind of like real-time disintegration with the golem, with the titan.
Okay.
I mean, when you fought undead, like zombies, on that base in Shadrillalin, those died like, like you expect a zombie to die, slowly and with a lot of body liquids.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha.
Right.
Just thought it was interesting.
Is it the air still filled with that stuff?
Not as thickly as you might have imagined, though your footsteps have again like lifted some of the dust and ashes into the.
Okay. Do I get the feeling this is dangerous for us? To breathe in?
It would definitely be unhealthy if you continue to breathe dusty air. Not because it's dead people air, but generally because it's unhealthy to breathe in dust. It's not gonna kill any of you, most likely, unless you like really snort it in. But you would advise your living compatriots to at least cover their faces.
Okay. Well, actually, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna, I don't know, cast this and then should do the same thing.
Yeah.
Is it was this just a pure sunlight attack, or did it physical damage to the surrounding?
Make me
Like a bomb or something like that.
make me either notice intelligence or
Fix.
Sure, doesn't quite work, but sure. They are fixed.
Oh,
Like you were going last because you're big, even in normal mode. And no, the damage seems consistent with what a falling skyship would do.
So there's physical damage as well.
Yes.
to the
The
environment.
physical damage is mostly contained to the gardens, park. But it's like no, there's no physical damage that you're noticing in the mansion. Like aside from the cracked windows, there's like no destroyed furniture, no things knocked over.
Mm.
Well,
So-
maybe in the rooms
so-
that had broken windows, but
Okay, so the main damage to the personnel was done probably by the flashbang, let's call it that.
yes.
Actually,
So-
I'll ask probably right then, is Julian and the kids all right?
If I kind of frowns, Julian is alright. As the elder kids. Benedict is alive. But they're traveling to receive medical care. No, I imagine they must have arrived by now.
Is he in there?
Who? No.
Which? We could. Well, we know if it's.
It is
it's okay if I
dangerous
ask for you.
for living to enter this room right now.
Mhm.
Nor do I think you should see the inside.
I wouldn't risk it. But we can help with the living. Well, we can actually help with the living.
Oh, yeah,
If that's
yeah.
all right with you, Vinod?
Yeah, whatever I can do.
Anything else I could help with?
I think it is best you and I focus on work. Clean up while your mother takes care of Victor.
All right.
Have Etna bring the prisoner into the basement. Come with her, alone.
All right. I guess I'll direct Winnell and the whole group to where Julian and his kids are.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'll contact Ethna and tell her what father's wishes are and try to regroup with her and get there together.
Everybody saw heard the sounds of Winnell leaving the hospital. No?
No?
There was a siren
Siren.
behind somebody's
Oh,
window.
okay.
Where was I? Yeah. So you grab Etna, who still being very on guard, but she and her guards escort you and the prelate towards the basement.
She's being on guard to what? Trying to stop me from killing him?
She's been cautious towards you, yeah.
Ethna, believe me, if I wanted him dead, he would be long dead. Long ago dead.
I do not doubt your abilities, my lord. I'm merely following orders. I want at least something to be completed this day.
Very well.
as your father is kind of like standing there at the bottom of the stairs waiting for you. Dismisses Aether at the top of the stairs, so two of you and the prelate are the only ones who descend, and you can like see the remains of the door to your father's bedroom, just thick oak, shattered, smashed. Some of it like literally sticking out of the stone on the other side. Your father takes a step towards the prelate, who doesn't seem to really be paying attention at this point, and just seems to have not visual, like his face looks the same, but like basically his body language, like at least like it feels like he has aged like 20 years in the last half an hour. Your father like takes a step forward, like takes him by the arm, and you finally hear sound from prelate, like a quiet yelp of pain, as your father is definitely not being very careful in this moment with his strength, as he half leads, half pushes him towards one of the other rooms, into like onto a chair inside, lets you in, closes the door behind, not bothering to lock it, just closes it. But by this point, like, your father's face has healed a little bit further, though still damaged. The paleness hasn't gone anywhere.
Is he bound with what you call it, anti-caster stuff?
Prelate, no.
Okay, I'll Father, he is a caster.
Irrelevant. Tell me, what have you seen? He addresses you.
Oh, okay, I thought he was asking the brother. Sorry.
Yeah, why would he ask prelate?
No, you can tell him everything.
Yeah, but then I would have to talk to myself.
Well, yeah. We entered the Quinric laboratory, and very little was actually remained there in good order. We've learned that Famke probably had to do with this operation and had a personal reason to have Baron von... I forgot his name. Yeah, and to have Von Hal persecuted. Not really much more.
And what of the research?
Seem to recall a very big dead fish in an aquarium. Some boiled down big cauldron. Writings on the floor that I couldn't make sense of. And mostly crumbling scrolls.
So nothing to achieve what this current were willing for.
No.
Make me talk check.
Am I lying? Because if I am, I don't know this.
You're lying.
What did we find there that's relevant?
I mean, you found a lot, you destroyed it.
Well, okay, sure.
That's definitely not how you're painting the picture right now, at least from what I hear.
Yeah, I didn't say... I said what we found. Nothing of that was a lie.
Oh.
What? Wait, what? No, that's
Hey.
trade. Sorry. Ooh, that's a 1, but this is not diplomacy, I think.
But by the way, Farsa, would you like to trade a candy?
Yeah. Gotta go on the Quinrix notes. What did we find?
Let's see. So, this little rebellion of theirs has failed.
We got their
How do
leader.
you assess their future threat? Do you believe they will surrender quietly, or will we have to work hard for it?
Miles takes a moment to think. They follow the prelate like he's well, like the leader, but more than that, it had some of religious vibes to it. It seems they're willing to sacrifice their lives, most of them, at least, in order to achieve their goals. Some were able to see the logic and all fight there in the laboratory.
A pity. I am not fond of unnecessary cruelty. Though I find it hard to contain my emotions.
Likewise. But if you show cruelty, though I would very much would like that in some part of me, well, that makes only the next ones more persistent with their goals, even more fanatic.
Oh, we will not go beyond what is.
You will make him a
written in our
martyr.
laws.
That's yeah.
But what they have done is more than murder. It's treachery and terrorism. I am afraid the sentence for that is rather severe.
Agreed.
After, of course, we ensure. Glances towards the prelate. That the threat is indeed gone. Have you found out his identity? His exact involvement in this whole debacle?
My assumption is, Salim, correct me if I'm wrong here, but he is the son, the blood son of Van Hal, one of the subjects for the undoing the process of becoming an Arisen.
Jack takes a step towards prelate, lifts his chin up with 2 fingers. He is living.
Exactly.
Are you implying that the experiment has worked?
On him, at least. But wait, no, I'm wrong to correct, because we had an assumption. What happened?
You said. Go on.
No, go on.
Oh, so you said that he is the child of subjects that they were trying to they were trying to stop them being arisen. They should have already been arisen.
Only
now I'm a
his
bit
mother.
confused.
No, both of them.
He's the blood child too.
Yes. I mean, that's why it's a
But
blood
then-
child, not the child.
No, I assumed that was just, the name for basically Miles is also still a blood child because he still
No.
has blood in him.
No. Blood child is when you convert somebody into a vampire, it becomes your blood child.
Mm.
Oh,
For example,
okay.
the Emperor Melozan, he doesn't have children because he was in a reason before he had
okay.
children.
Then my
His
entire theory actually
children
goes out the window.
are
To be
blood
honest.
children because they were
Oh,
converted, basically.
okay.
But can he not still? Does the picture still not work if he were like Miles? The parents were arisen, but he's living and.
That's what
That's
I
perfect.
assumed. Yeah,
Yeah.
that his mom was arisen. That's the one who got torched basically, and his father was Van Hal, who got sent to prison afterwards for exacting revenge on the Quinrix.
My theory as well. But it's
By the
probably
way,
wrong.
it's not
Wait,
confirmed,
do we know that
right?
both of them were torched?
That was the very strong assumption in everything you've heard, yes.
Okay.
Mm,
Yeah, so let me correct
that's
that.
not-
I mean, it's not like it is impossible for somebody to be presumed dead, like when all the witnesses are dead. That's a valid theory, like, don't want to
I mean-
rain on your parade, but...
Yeah. Yeah, so in that case, he seemed to. I seem to recall that he knew some of the things that were placed in the laboratory, so that means he's seen them before. But
So a
His exact-
friend of the Quinrix, a
perhaps.
student, perhaps. Oh. He, again, jerks the prelate's face up. And, meets his eyes.
Wow.
You see your father's eyes flash with magic for a moment. That magic reflecting in the eyes of the prelate. I think. And the father frowns. As the prelate chuckles. My will is stronger than the fire. Perhaps. We'll get our answers. This time, I'd rather keep him away from your mother. He is angrier than I am. Very well. Please bear my condolences with your friend. It appears you have not found a satisfactory outcome to the story of his family.
No, not the whole of it. I
Are
was
you
hoping.
intending to pursue Librant? It seems that she is pretty... well, I would say she is directly responsible for the death of his parents.
Perhaps. I would like to know more before I decide where I go next. And the prelates might have all the answers I need for that.
Then we can talk once he talks. He likes squeezes your shoulder strongly, but carefully, making sure that It doesn't hurt you. You have done well. This is our fate.
I felt like I could have done more. It feels like I could have done more.
You will. Once you have the power to do it. And you will. Treat it as a lesson. Think. This is the path towards the kind of a reason you're meant to be.
Well, I'll be thinking all right.
Do be on the lookout. This weapon may not have destroyed me or your mother. Our bloodline is relatively strong. The rest of their reason in the estate did not fare as well. Sebastian got destroyed too.
Well, a bit about where should I go? What should I do?
Now rejoin your friends. Once we break out on this side and broken down the defenses of this individual, we'll have more answers. You too deserve rest. And you need it more than I do.
All right. And I'll take my leave.
Alright, so let's say you eventually away wherever the rest of your friends are. But it wouldn't be far. It wouldn't be far. It would be a couple 100 meters away, really. Right. Who was leading your humanitarian efforts?
The only guy who can actually do anything about it.
Well,
The one who's on the phone?
I would. I mean, I would ask around if and check if anyone assumes that someone might be buried alive by some sort of damage that was done by the ship. I would probably also check the wreckage of the ship if anyone is alive in there. Detain them. My fist.
Bobby, you make an investigation check for that? Anybody else doing anything?
I think I would be looking around to corral those that are injured towards Winnell, and also sort of satiating my curiosity by looking for, bodies and seeing if, Del is just thinking about that method of death, but looking for bodies and seeing if anyone is like on the is near death and bring them to Winnell.
Alright, sure. You make me an investigation check as well.
Okay.
Vance, anything?
I've already used dice.
No, honestly, I don't think so, because in my imagination, I don't Like, does this estate even have many normal human beings, or is it just 99% undead and maybe Julian and or Julian's children, and that's about it, I guess, of what I imagine, huh?
And Igor.
Ah, I suspected that he was also some sort of undead.
No, he's too horrible to be undead.
Oh my god.
Oh, Winnell's back. Winnell, how are your humanitarian efforts going?
Really busy. Can't talk. Am I busy?
Well, not really, because
You rolled?
Yeah, I can't use roll 20.
Oh, right.
It's a
It's a
nice tray.
10. Yeah, thanks. Still a cheap one I got. I got 10.
Awesome.
That's actually cool. That's all roll.
I'd like to
This is-
petition
this
to
is
start
my-
rolling like
This is my
that.
favorite book thing.
9 plus 1, I presume. It was a 9.
Oh,
I have a +1. I got a 9.
okay.
+1, yeah.
+1. Alright, yeah. Sorry. Dalu, you find no corpses. You find nobody to corral. There's honestly not that much blood you find, like anywhere. And like the only assumption you have is that like, whoever got wounded, and haven't that many people, are already in the hospital being treated. Now you, Bobby, you find a lot of blood. Because somebody was flying this ship. This ship did not land well. And after it did not land well, the gargoyles got inside. And gargoyles don't eat people. They're stone. So they just dispatch people. So you basically find the rather skeleton remains of the skeleton crew required to pilot this ship. Thankfully for them, half of them were dead before the gargoyles got to them.
So absolutely no one left alive. Okay. Well then, I will concede my actions and return to whatever ship we came in.
Did I go to the hospital or something?
You did, though I am questioning how easy you would find access to such a facility without the presence of a person of authority. Trying to remember if Julian is aware of any of you. Don't think so. Let's say roll me a talk check.
What are those? I still have the thingy.
Do you?
The
18
charisma thingy.
charisma, yeah.
I'm very charismatic at the moment.
Winnell is a mini miles now.
Really?
Jesus Christ, that was 6.
Max roll.
Minus 1 plus
Wow.
3. All right.
Right.
Plus 2, right?
Still not
So,
proficient.
Yeah.
Okay.
wow, that's a
Oh,
13.
plus two.
Yeah.
You're right. Plus.
Like,
With a skill he doesn't have.
like Jesus descending upon the peasants, you talk your way into this hospital and spread healing aura over all those poor people having to rely on medicine and machines to be healed. Actually, the people aren't doing bad. Like, the majority of complaints are headaches, like temporarily, like loss of eyesight, you know, like when you basically literally get flashbanged. Some minor bleedings from like the eyes or the nose, and well, whatever, like minor bruises or cuts people got when they get blinded and knocked over and whatever. And there's like less than 10 people in here being treated. At first, you're not allowed like into the private VIP part of this hospital because, I mean, they have no fucking clue who you are. But after the voices of adoration and adulation reach a certain crescendo, though you do not know, but Julian does come out to find out what is going on, and upon seeing the result of your action does allow you to take a look at his child. Which roll me a medicine check.
Heal, right?
Heal, yeah, whatever. Oh, use a spell. I don't know. Whatever you do. I assume you want to examine the baby,
Yeah, diagnose first, then the treatment.
which I believe is a 2 months old, 3 months old.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Wish I was a doctor, for real.
Wish I had healing magic for real. It would have
You're
been
more like-
really nice.
You're more like Patch Adams in this point with all your charisma.
What's that?
Patch Adams, Robin Williams, clown doctor.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, so
Patch Adams.
baby is, as far as you can tell, in a stable but stably poor condition. Let's put it that way. There's no physical trauma, but remembering your own experience with the Hero Titan and the people you've just helped, while it doesn't kill living, it did leave you with terrible headaches and some kind of brainwave mental, like it had some kind of brainwave mental effect on you when you and your friends got affected by it in the port. And you imagine that a child this young did not handle it as well as an adult would.
Jesus.
You're not sure of the extent of the damage. It wouldn't hurt to try to do the same thing you did to what's his name? God, the dwarf's name.
I know who you mean.
Yes.
The one that can't talk.
Yes.
Oscar,
yes.
I think.
Oscar.
Was it
Yeah,
Oscar?
I also think it was Oscar. Because, I mean, that's magic. It could potentially heal like whatever damage might have happened. You're not sure if it will be enough, but frankly, that is most likely as much as you can do. Period.
I don't remember what I did to him. Like a major spell. Which I probably don't have right now. Would I know if it's a good idea at all to use magic on someone as young? Because it induces strain, like it actually gives headaches, I guess.
You'd say, like, considering that there is no like physical trauma, you think it's better not to put any additional strain on the baby, because they most likely are already on a strain.
Mm.
And while like physical healing could have helped, but
I don't know what to do at this moment.
yes, Oscar.
I don't know what to do.
Well, you do nothing.
Well,
Yes, you
I'd
explain.
advise him to not. I don't want to use my magic. Could make it worse. But actually, would I know what kind of facilities they have? Like TL level?
4+.
That's high, right? We haven't been to anything higher, I
No,
think.
no. Like, this is
It
literally
has
the
plus
best.
also.
This is literally the best medical facilities you've seen,
Okay.
short of Slavic, and you haven't seen any Slavic medical facilities, I think.
Tell him he's in good care.
And this is even better than on Okoye's medical ships.
Mm.
Because, it's like a private VIP hospital.
Mm. They helped bring Bobby back, so I assume we're all still kind of off doing our.
Yeah. I mean, nobody's gonna let you guys into the hospital. Who do you take yourself for? Clean people?
Own thing, or
Well,
are we in the same area?
I mean, this is all on the same estate, and like again, a reminder, like there's a lot of empty space around the Ruber mansion, separating it from the city, and then even more space. So it's like a small village in here, basically.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave him for now and just tell him if there's any permanent damage, we can always come back. Everything can be fixed. At anyone.
Make me another dog check.
Talking too much again.
I'm just wanna see like how much.
Oh, what the
Come on!
What?
What do you get? Do you get max roll?
Another 13.
Double sixes.
Fuck yeah.
I'm just imagining like end of the session when all needs to like roll life or death roll.
All the good
Natural
rolls are gone.
ones.
You know what? I am in good care, full health.
Your words do seem to calm down Julian. Help him endure the situation. Or he leaves you be and stays with his baby.
Okay, I'm gonna step out of the hospital, I'll wipe off a lot of sweat. And go back. Oh, what are you guys doing? I almost healed someone.
Just sitting in the ship, waiting.
And
for
waiting here. I
stuff to
mean,
happen.
not
So
like
you're
we can
useless
do
too.
much here.
That's good to know, because I was useless completely. They got this
Excellent.
covered.
I moved my big hands through a bit of rubble and found a lot of dead people.
Didn't even do that. Just sat around. It was very pleasant.
Didn't miss anything.
I need to buy a book or some shit, for these waiting times at this estate. Would be good. But I hope Miles is okay.
I'm right here.
Oh, you're back.
You back? Okay.
Nice, sneaky, like Dalum.
How did that go with your father? And
For now,
did you bring the pellet back, or is he still in the basement? Did you
he's
bring
still in the
bring-
basement.
Still in the basement. Oh yeah, okay.
He's being questioned.
Yeah, he's got a timeout for sure.
You could say that.
Well,
Did you see Julian? Is he doing all right?
Yes, he's all right, and the kid as well. For now.
Okay.
What now, Cap?
Sorry, what?
What now? Is there anything we're waiting for?
Yes, mostly the ending of the questioning of the prelate, and that's mostly what we're waiting for.
You know, that there's obviously a worry that this prelate was, this was sorted out, and an attack was done. It's possible that there's some people still out there under similar orders. Is that that seems to me like it could be a problem. You've got this prelate in the basement. You've got a lot of questioning. We seem to be in a moment of control, but this has just happened to your family's home, and there's still people out there.
Unless they have another bomb like this one, they're no threat to my family.
Just peasants with pitchforks, essentially.
You could say that, but yes, I've been trying to think about how to.
I mean,
if I was in the deciding factor of what to do with Nachtschaffen, but I'm not. How to approach such a situation? Because if I just root out everyone that is responsible for this and take my vengeance, then I'm no better than the prelate.
What's your opinion on the other families like yours that could have been targeted? There might have been someone else hurt like this. Do you feel connected to them at all? Is it how it works here? Just stick to your own family.
Which families are you talking about?
I only say it in the same idea that there could be others out there. If your family was attacked, and we know that there was this sort of, well, I'll say hatred, then other people could be being hurt currently.
I think they had a limited amount of these bombs, I think.
Also, not that many arisen around here apart from your family, as far as I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
the only arisen family.
Am I wrong in saying that there was some other? There's like there's multiple, like kind of noble families in, or am I thinking of?
No,
one noble
correct.
family.
It's Tal who is not listening correctly.
Really?
Yes, your parents have like a bunch of barons helping rule the island.
Yeah, but they're not vampire. They are?
There are no noble mortals in their empire.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. My bad. Tal's bad.
They're not considered other families. They're actually under all of them, underneath the Ruber family.
They're technically other families, but I mean they're still vassals of the Rubers.
Okay, well, I'm half right. I thought they were separate.
No, like they're the only ruling family of this whole island, but they have others helping them.
Okay. And what did we actually heard? I can't remember. We actually heard that they have like limited resources. They scorn.
Yes, you found 3 more. Like not you found. Aether team found that there might have been 3 more bombs that got shipped. 2 of them got intercepted. 3rd one was never found. 3rd one blew up here.
Yeah. Okay. I'm starting to. Yeah, I've got it. Okay. That was you said at the end of last session. Okay. Well, if they're not an issue, then you are in control.
Are we? Am I?
I mean, how much of the population did the prelate really represent? That's probably something that you should assess.
A small minority, nevertheless, he did.
Oh, he did damage, that's for sure, but You could start opening a dialogue and say that violence is not the path that someone should voice or put their criticism. I can't speak.
Well, that just shows that we talk only when we are threatened.
Well, actually, now that the threat is over, I think it's the right moment to talk because you have all the power back and they got nothing. And you don't need to give them anything. And if you talk right now, then for me, that shows that you're genuine and that means something. Because you don't need to talk to these people. It's over for them. They don't have any bargaining chips any longer, as far as I can tell.
You might see that as over. They probably think it's still going on. They're still underground, fighting every day towards the big cause.
Well, first of all, you should spread the news that the prelate has been caught immediately, because that should hopefully demotivate them.
Well, this is all speculations. Let's say I am not the ruling power here. I am merely asking just to really know what would be, by your eyes and your opinion, the better way to do things.
Kill them all. As long as you have someone ruling over other people, you will always have people that are against whatever you do.
I vote against that.
I vote for fucking off. Soon.
I've
This is
yet to see any country or any place, for that matter, where there is not a discrepancy between the ruling party and their countries or kingdoms or whatever's population.
And
There will
your
always
solution
be
is
this
to kill them
game.
all?
I was kidding, of course.
Okay, because Miles is contemplating everything.
Discrepancies are to be bound, but to perhaps leave them in the realm of healthy discussion, instead of course, extremities and violence.
I mean, you could place a suggestion box in the city square and see what's put in there, and then start a dialogue. Isn't that how certain kings kind of do it, where they have like complaint sessions where people can go to them and say, "Oh, I'm so dissatisfied about the taxes," and then the king says, "But I have to put taxes because I need bitches and cocaine." I don't know.
Sounds about right. I don't know, but it sounds about right.
More or less.
Surreal.
It's actually not a bad idea.
I thought your family was.
you know-
I honestly thought your family was doing that, or they have some sort of court where people could express their.
Well, not towards my family
dissatisfaction.
directly, but apparently we have vassals.
Oh,
Channels of communication.
then what else is there to do? I don't know. I'm not a politician.
So long as we're getting, and we, including your family, are getting the most out of this, and returning to what we had, what your family had, and so on. Okay, it's good. Stop the terrorism, restore everything good. Then you can worry about, what they wanted. I'm not going to tell you what you should do, but I'll give one little observation that they're obviously, it's very complicated, but it came about because they don't like, for one, arisen, kind of a bit more of a existential reasoning behind that. If your whole area of sovereignty has a population that's human, and they still think that I've no idea what's wrong with them, but if you don't have that, you should have that. Then that gives them a place where they're happy. So, I don't know. Do you have a whole human area? I thought it was mixed. You should be. On
So
top of
you
that.
want racial segregation? Is that what you're proposing?
I think apartheid is something.
Now
like
that you
that.
put
Racial
it that way.
segregation, species segregation.
Yes. Now that you say it that way.
Here's what I
These ideas are
think,
wonderful.
and this is the last thing I will say to this because I don't care about politics. I think you have a discrepancy caused by the governmental body is only consisting of arisen, correct? There is absolutely no human involvement in making the laws, ruling over the humans. You could easily make someone like a human to a baron who has an equal vote, at least as a starting point, someone who is human governing over the humans. That would allow them just a tiny piece of, or at least a first step of self-governance. And I think that might be what could
Miles,
work.
that
but
is
I
absolutely
fucking don't.
incorrect. As you have seen during your excursion to the city hall, laws are pretty much written by humans. Like pretty much all government workers are humans, or well, living mortals.
But they're following the say of Arisen, right?
Yes.
So if Arisen says make this a law, then they're just essentially
Yes.
writing it. So it's not really they're.
They don't have a voice.
This is not a democracy.
Sure, it is not a democracy. This is not even close to democracy. Like, yes, mortals have involved in writing everything and coming up with things and so on. And in your opinion, Miles, your parents are doing a pretty good job at not being tyrants, but
I think this is a few steps above and beyond other regions in the Red Dawn.
So you
we should
heard. I mean, you haven't ever been in any other regions of Red Dawn. Funnily enough.
Oh, it's always easy to
Lamia
say.
on
It's
the
much
horizon.
better here than somewhere else, and here might still be complete shit. It doesn't really make sense to have a comparison to worse places. I think you should always compare yourself to better places, but who am I? All right, I'm shutting down now.
Do you feel like you have a responsibility to make this influence on your family?
You're barely audible at the moment.
Oh.
Are you maybe blocking the microphone with your finger?
I don't think so. Is it better now?
Well, just make sure you're talking into it, because it's usually not very directional.
Oh, that was a lot better.
It was a lot better, yes.
Of course, I have my personal responsibilities towards my family, but I feel like not only this whole saga, but everywhere we go, I am trying to learn how to best act in the benefit of everyone, basically.
Nice son of a good leader. All right. But at least when it comes to us and just your family, nothing outside, nothing to feel bad about. Luckily, your family are not in huge jeopardy, and
luckily,
we weren't in the wrong. Your family weren't in the wrong immediately. You know, I'm not going to talk about it in a big, grand way. I don't know enough. So I don't think you need to have any worry in your decisions right now.
No, I'm fully in peace, complete with my decisions thus far.
Good.
Yeah, but I don't think you want to become one of those tyrants.
No, that's why
I think
I'm taking this as an opportunity.
One sec.
there's already a difference between your parents and other vampires, if the stories are true. And I don't know. The way I see it, you can just be a tyrant or you can have allies. Maybe that's too simple, but
You could be a tyrant with allies. Or you cannot be. You could not be
I
a
mean-
tyrant and still not have allies.
I mean just your population.
Hmm. I mean, that's the end goal now, isn't it?
I mean, even the extremist guys had to admit that your parents were pretty decent. And I think that's a good angle to stop that from further escalating. But you do you.
Well, I think I'm improving. I haven't cut off anyone's head lately.
Yeah.
Come on,
You just
cut
haven't
off
encountered
one
people that
head. Are you
truly
gonna be
deserve.
reminding about it for the rest of your life?
Yes.
Come on.
So I guess we wait till we get some more information.
So we hear some news, I guess. We're chilling around.
Alright, so yeah, you at this point remember that you've had a fairly long night where you didn't get any sleep. Some of you spent half of that night in a saddle, which is not an easy physical feat, to be honest. And despite it kind of being morning by the time you're done with everything, still feels like a pretty good idea to go and get your long rest. At least those of you who are completely spent on their magic, I definitely should get a rest.
What do you mean? Why? What's
Uh,
going on?
Nothing. Go sleep. No need to set a watch.
Just a quick question. How much battery did I spend?
Like shots?
No,
Like
no,
probably
no,
at
no.
least 8 hours or something, right?
I mean, you
Arthur.
weren't a bubble cop on the bus. You spent at least, let's say, 2 hours in the laboratory. I don't think you were bubble cop after laboratory because it would have been hard.
No, I would have only done that for the purpose of freeing someone from the rubble of the ship or something. But okay, then I will deduct.
Like laboratory
2
took
hours?
like 2 hours, maybe 3.
Oh, let's make it 3. Okay.
Right. So speaking of news, as you are getting food, trying to sleep, would get technically at this point a set of news for. Did I tell you those? Or have we been sitting on this time that long? Jeez Louise.
Tell us what?
Yeah, okay. I'm just like looking at my news dates and I wrote.
We haven't heard news in a long while.
Yeah, but like I might have written some news ahead because I thought we might skip, but we didn't. Hmm. I'm just like, because honestly, like looking at the previous one. you wouldn't hear much of those news. The only thing you would hear, I guess, is that one, Baron Okoye isn't doing much active stuff right now. Like, there's no news of him being the new ruler of Orella or whatever. It's like he's chilling. He's like sitting on the border of the like neutral airspace, basically saying, "Here's my ships. Here's my medical ships. Anybody who arrives, we're gonna help them free of charge. We promise to leave. Nobody asked us to return yet, so we're chilling." Like, the moment the government of Orella, the legitimate government of Orella, asks us to return and help with reconstruction or whatever, I'm gonna land my ships immediately, free of charge, whatever, but nobody asked, so I'm chilling here. Meanwhile, on Orella, government continues to fund military expenses, and if you remember, you shouldn't, but last time government have brought like war machines into the city. They didn't use them, but they brought them into the city. There was sabotage by the rebellion. It has failed terribly. People died. The rebellion, people died. Not much happened to the war machines. So, kinda, based on the last news, the real government seems to be gaining the upper hand. The rebellion is losing, not support, they're losing assets. They cannot maintain the offensive as quickly as the government can defend. So, not great news for Okoye, not great news for rebellion.
Any ad of Red Dawn slash Shita Rilalin news?
There are things happening, but like, I'm looking at them, and a lot of this would be like secret stuff that wouldn't make it into the news.
Okay.
I mean, if I was writing like the full news report, I would have written like something about it, like, you know, like an advertisement or whatever, but not right now. Yeah, that's about it. I need to travel some for things to happen. Alright, so I mean, you'll technically finish your rest the same day, so on the 15th. There definitely would
You get a
be...
long rest?
Yes, you would get a long rest.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm full again.
There definitely wouldn't be any news from interrogation. Because the father has failed to break prelate immediately, and he violently thinks it's not a good idea to let Victoria or Olivia have a try at him.
Yeah, so he needs to wait a day.
Yeah, plus I have a feeling your sister's gonna be out of commission for a while. You can go check on your mother if you wanna.
I'll check actually on Julian.
Huh?
And yeah, just hi. How's it going?
Yeah, he's kind of like sitting not in the room with his child, because at some point doctor said, all right, you kind of like need to go outside and like take a shower and whatever, which he didn't do. He's like actually like, you know like how Julian dresses, like basically like an attorney or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's still like in his suit, like with a cravat and everything, but it's kind of like covered in ash and dust, and like some dirt on his like knees and on his like ends of his pants. He looks up. Miles?
Hey, Julian.
How's Victoria? How's mother?
They're recovering. How's young Benedictus?
Is stable. Brand said that magic's not gonna help much at this point.
Yeah.
He's resting.
Stable is good for now.
Could you go see? Trying to remember the names of your nephews.
Lucas and Stella.
Yeah.
Think about Lucas and Selim, so Lucas and Stella.
Yeah. Could you check on Lucas and Stella?
Of
I
course.
think out of follow us, you are the least likely to scare them right now.
Yes, we'll go check on them. Do you need anything other than that?
Yes, but I don't think I'm ready for that. I'll get to it. They've already kicked me out of the room.
All right.
Well, yeah, maybe. What time is it? Oh. I don't know, maybe it already happened, but you can grab Lucas and Stella for dinner and I'll try to join you in half an hour.
Sure.
I mean, I'm good here, they should see my face.
I come close to him and put my hand on his shoulder. And it's hard, but you need to remain strong for Lucas and Stella as well.
Yeah. Alright. He kind of stands up and goes over to like the nearest doctor. I kind of hear him going like, alright, so like if anything happens, you grab me, you call me, like, here's my thing. Then the judge like, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to do?
No, I won't. I won't check on Mother yet.
Alright. So again, like, I'm gonna start skipping time. So stop me if you want to do something, or if you want to stop waiting.
Well, I was gonna find. I need more magic. I was gonna look for a wizard. Is it like plausible to find one in the shithole?
It's not a shithole.
I mean, it's
I mean,
plausible,
fancy facility.
depending on what kind of wizard you're looking for. Like, wizard? Just like, no, buy the books
Next one I
wizard?
can find. What are they called? Like,
Roll me connect.
can I ask Silam to help me, or Lance? Sorry.
You can ask both of them to help you.
Because he knows everybody everywhere. Maybe he knows somebody in this corner.
Are we looking in this estate?
On this, like, not too far away, maybe. I mean, I don't know how many days we're gonna be here, but I mean, anybody should be fairly easy. Like, basic wizard. Can you search for that?
Basic
the
wizard
law.
with his Starbucks and his.
Johnny, the basic wizard. Pumpkin wizard.
When we arrived here, I checked the list for potential academy contacts, and there was one guy, but he sort of ghosted me when I sent him a message. There was basically nothing of value. I mean, I can try him again, but the odds that... I mean, it is an easier request, to be fair, but you know what? I'll just send him a message.
Tell them, what do they want? Yes, they want money. They all want money. Someone needs private lessons, easy money, something like that.
Do you want me to tell him you pay well? I'm sure. I don't know what wizard salaries
Let
are.
me check
so-
if I can pay well.
I don't think you can, but
Fuck.
we can.
It's like 5,000 credits. Is that a lot of money?
I don't know.
4,000.
You
Fuck.
have to ask a wizard. Dan, can I make a connect check and
Go for it.
also, if it goes well, see what kind of rates these people might be asking for? 9.
Good news. It can refer you to some people. Bad news. Wizards around here kind of tend to mostly specialize in necromancy.
I assumed, yeah.
So, like, he's not sure how helpful they're gonna be to your friend, but I mean, basic wizards
Doesn't
still
hurt
should
to
know
ask.
basic stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of depends on what your friend needs, but generally he says like the most basic of wizards is gonna charge you like 100 credits a day.
Oh, that's cheap. That's the cheapest
Wizard
guy.
who knows, who's like not a student, but like basically knows like up to levels 3 spells, he's gonna charge like 500 credits a day.
Oh, that's not bad. I expected worse.
For teaching. If
For
it's
teaching,
like selling
yeah.
anything else, that's obviously.
Yeah, I will tell my friend what he can expect price-wise. And the list of contacts that I was sent by Adam, and I'm just gonna say, but he also mentioned they all, you study here or you work here, you're probably a big fan of necromancy, so not sure if they're gonna be in your field of interest.
Not what I was looking for actually, but maybe they can still help me. Let's try to find the best one. Like, they're really cheap. That's embarrassing, honestly. Glad I didn't become a wizard. Do I need to roll as well? Like something?
I don't remember what, like, I remember kind of what you're talking about. I don't remember what exactly you wanted. Like what kind of spells. I think it was mostly basic stuff.
I got like one for each spell level. Not sure if that's... I need to do that, but I'm posting them to you right now.
Oh, yeah. I remember I was discussing this at some point because I don't remember what any of those spells do. By the rules, like, does it take you some time to learn them, or does it?
It just says I need to find someone to teach me. You should be able to scroll up now.
Okay. Oh. So like first one is sure. Second one. What do I want to say? Yeah. Third one. Third one is possible. The fourth one, no, not at this. Not with this roll. Not with this connect roll. That's more than basic wizard. Like that's where prices get much higher very quickly.
Okay. So then I guess I'm going off to the basic wizard guy. Don't you tell me how many days it takes to learn?
I mean, if since that's how your feet works or foci works, I mean, it takes no time at all apparently. Like I think it's partially like your previous research or whatever. I don't know. Like anyways, if it's not.
A spell is a spell.
Yeah, spell is a spell. Like if it doesn't tell you need to spend time, as it does for like some other of your spells, like for research, then it takes no time. But yeah, the research turns out to be not like as basic as you expected. Like he's not like your like generic 50-year-old male guy with a beard and a robe. He is actually like this pretty like buff black-furred bugbear. You're not sure if he's like if that's supposed to be like a staff or a mole, but it does have a skull at the end of it. And you're also not pretty sure if he like if that's like the bugbear thing, if he can like misunderstood the topic. Like you're not sure if he understood the difference between like necromancer skull decorations and tribal barbarian skull decorations. It's kind of like mixing. But he knows the things you wanna learn, and you mostly like spend the day as he deciphers his shorthand for you, because it's kind of like very different handwriting when your hand kind of like reaches your knee when you're standing. But you're a smart guy, so it works somehow. You shoot those spells, which
Hey,
I already forgot how they work, so
that's
add
good
to
for
your
me.
character sheet and explain
Yeah.
to me every time how they work.
Okay, that's no problem. It's really easy.
Yeah. Combat Master made me really stupid. Like I remembered every single D&D spell, like including components. Like, oh, that spell has verbal material
boy.
somatic component. Now I'm like, that's without number spells. Fuck it, I'm not even gonna read them.
I think it's more of the attitude towards the game, where 5 years of or 5 lives of inhaling D&D, and then we're also doing some Stars Without Number.
Also, for some
are
reason, D&D spells just like feel like they're written simpler than Stars Without Number spells
Yeah.
because they don't bother with flavor.
I think they're also more poignantly formulated.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
There's no
yeah.
fluff in D&D spells.
yeah.
Like my first spell I picked up is Void Transceiver Emanation. Like, just I don't know, call it something else.
Yeah, I couldn't even guess from the title what that is about. Are you done with your thing?
Yes.
I can't find my note on which mods I bought. I think one was for an extended magazine. On that one, I'm pretty sure, but the other one was either, I think, auto-targeting or customized.
I think it was auto-targeting. I have written down magic missile enchant, auto-targeting material, big magazine.
Okay, yeah. Then has
I think
already
you
some-
Sorry?
I finished the one on Dalu already,
Yeah, you finished Magic Missile, yes.
but
Yep.
I haven't even started working on the other ones. Has already time passed, so I could have used that time to work on
Not
that?
really, because you finished Magic Missile on the 13th, and then the
Mm-hmm.
14th was this endless day with kidnapping the waitress and the laboratory
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything until now, basically, and now we're on the 15th.
Oh yeah, the waiter
So
was
you
also
didn't-
on that day. God damn it!
So that was so not really. No, you
Okay.
could
Okay,
start
so-
again now, but you didn't have any time in between.
Okay, then I would start working on the extended magazine first, because that only takes a week, halved.
If you go back to the ship.
If I go back to the ship and go full focus mode. Yeah, so if we don't have to specifically wait here on the compound of Miles's family, I would go back to the ship and start working on that, just so an old man doesn't feel useless.
Mm.
I can also go there alone if you wish, if you prefer to stay here.
I
Lance.
keep lagging now. Where are you going? I missed that.
Back
last
to
bit.
back to the ship.
Oh, okay.
We got phones.
Yeah, Miles
and-
can call us, and I'd rather.
Yeah.
To be frank, the atmosphere of this
Mhm.
place just doesn't have the same charm as our ship does. You know?
Did we do that idea in the end? You know, some little communication pieces, just so that we don't need to hold up a phone or text all the time.
Let me try something else.
Don't remember
and I'll
that.
try to cast my fucking spell that I just got done. And I'll post it. It's formatting. And I don't know what the D&D thing is, but we can like now talk without. We have headsets with fucking long range.
Telepathy is the
An
D&D.
artificial comm
spell.
grid.
Comm grid.
Up to 4 other willing visible targets. Ooh.
Yeah.
As
So we
a
have
main
Discord
action.
without.
Nice.
Nice.
Everywhere?
I'll talk to
Maximum
Yeah,
transmission distance is 10,000 kilometers.
I did
All
nerf
certainly
that.
got limits.
I did nerf that. It's more like 1/4 of an island on average.
Oh yeah. Then I'll
because
change it.
islands are much smaller than planets.
So, yes.
And
So
also it
long
does
distance.
require, while Wingle maintains this, he cannot cast any other spells.
Yeah, deep focus.
Well, actually, like if
Well,
you
it's
cast another
safer.
spell, it actually lasts for like 7 more hours. So, yeah, actually.
Okay.
Good for moments like this.
I mean, like 1 hour per caster level. So yeah, if you cast another spell, you still have this for 7 hours. So, yeah.
Well, unless you need me here, I'm gonna head back to the ship too, just to relax. My watch
Yeah.
Bobby hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Please turn it off while you're hammering. I don't know how you turn it off, but try to turn it off.
Isn't it just
We'll find out.
So
I don't know.
Is
He
Dalu
didn't tell
going
me.
bang, 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 bang,
no,
bang, bang, bang?
that's what Bobby is doing. Hammer sound, hammer sound, hammer sound.
Oh no, I forgot. He said you must touch your temples and think of the other person. Ah, okay, that's what he said.
He said you need to hold the skull, but he meant another skull, but it doesn't matter because every wizard does it in his own way. So as long as the wizard believes that's how it works, that's how it works, basically.
He was real, man.
Right, so you do that, you basically like until the end of the day on the 15th. What else would be there? Not much news aside from that. Miles, are you staying at the estate?
At the estate / with Julian, mostly.
Okay.
I think the the most useful Miles could be right now is trying to keep a somewhat strong facade for Julian to be strong for his children.
Yeah. Lucas and Stella are definitely glad to have you there. They don't quite understand what's going on. They just like know that their father can like behaving weirdly, so they honestly like can like stay quiet and play with you basically, while like Julian is trying to handle whatever he's trying to handle. Because like kids, they just feel this. I mean, actually, I don't know why I say because I don't have kids, but whatever. That's what I heard. Dogs do that. Dogs do that. I have dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, kids are like dogs.
Empathy.
Where was I? You don't see your sister. You do see Jack like a couple times. He is mostly healed up by now. Just some reddening left, like after a sunburn, and but that's about it. Like the paleness and like the strange look still remains. And he has failed to break the prelate on the second day as well. You would have seen Olivia once, like in passing when she was talking to Jack. She greeted you, gave you like a rather formal like hug, and returned to taking care of Victor.
Okay.
On the third day, you Miles get summons from the father.
Go and see him.
Yeah.
For the 18th?
Oh, by the way, when you saw Olivia, like she basically like everything about her face was covered by clothes, like completely covered. She usually doesn't cover that much, but unlike your father, her face was looking as immaculate as ever. Like not a single like burn, wound, discoloration or whatever. Like as perfect as she always looked.
Could I assess that this is illusion magic?
Do me no magic.
Nah, I don't have no magic. I got no.
Make me an intelligence skill check with a -1.
Okay. 8. That's actually not too bad.
With the recent information you've learned from the prelate and plans and so on, you do get an assumption that your parents have been using glamour magic for much longer than you thought, and they don't actually look as you think they look, based on your father. But you're not surprised to guess that your mother is both better than your father at magic and would care more about preserving her appearance than your father would.
Okay.
Because if your father has just barely healed up, you're pretty sure your mother is hiding wounds under the illusion.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because your father heals faster. Like she's bad at magic, but he heals fast.
Mm-hmm. He's the bronze. She's the brains. Basically.
The difference is not large. Like none of them are specialists in this. Like their bloodlines are the same. Like they don't have any preference towards one or the other. It's just like their personal skills got developed slightly in direction. I mean, your mother can still murder you without sweating. So. Yes, you get summons from your father. But at least like his voice is sounding more or less as usual. Good morning, Miles.
Good morning.
It appears to be better than yesterday. Your mother's fine. Victoria's. She'll handle. I'm not sure how to broach the subject. I have acquired cooperation of our prison, as I have done with Miltiades. I heard it would be better for me to consult with you before this information is shared with the crew. Your assumptions, theories have been partially accurate, though you have derailed in the wrong direction. I guess he's like leading you into the basement and opens into the door, and there you see like the prelate kind of like still sitting kind of like half tranced. No, wait. You recognize the rope.
I also recognize him. I unmasked him when he was unconscious.
No, that's a different. You do recognize him. The rope is there.
Oh,
The generic
he's a
face
fucking.
is gone.
Mm.
But you recognize the person who was fighting beneath it, and you understand why your father has suggested to you to be tactful.
It's Winel's father.
No, it is not Winno's father. At least he doesn't look like Winno. And you also understand now why the physicality of the prelate has been so strange at times. Because you see the old, wrinkled, tired face of Winno's old mentor, Corilvara.
Motherfucker.
Wait, what?
I'm not here.
Coral is the one we met on what's on his place, right?
Kiriki. Ah. So Abesus.
Hmm.
Speak.
I shot that guy.
I've really told everything. I couldn't let it go. I wanted Winnow to let it go. I never told him anything. I couldn't. I thought if I could have my revenge, oh, if I could dirty my hands, then it would have been fine. So I started this. Take my trips occasionally. Created, scorned. The Union has given us funds. Exchange for knowledge. I failed to enter that place on my own. That's the one thing I regret, having to pull Winnow into this. Doesn't know. I used to belong to sect of Hanin before they got lost power. Wimble and try to find. And
Who's the
Whisker,
sect
and
of
they
Sutton?
changed my outlook. They made even me believe that the dead deserve a second chance, but I never really believed they could. Where Ankarat has given us no guidance. I never stopped hating. I see in front of me my best friend. Still my eyes see the color of his soul. I am disgusted by what I see. Shamed. A feeling like this about my friend. Let me walk. Because now I cannot reach her. It's only a weapon I thought I could use to have my vengeance. Try this from Winnow. Live with this. I could die with this. Your father next picks up. Well, this certainly ties up most of the information you brought. It was part of this research he knew going on. To an extent.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the magic he speaks of. Fenrix must have sealed the laboratory, only accessible by someone of the bloodline. It's not unfamiliar to us. But it is good to hear that the research has. It's not a weapon we need to fear either from the rebels or from the Union. Though the fact that he has given the Union some parts of research is worrying. We shouldn't expect an army of those golems, but any such golems afield on the battlefield. A formidable foe, considering our specialization. You have questions for this man? I'm sorry to say, but while I can, if you choose so, let your friend see him, nothing can be done to save his life. Not after all this.
Understood. Actually, I'm gonna try something new. Winnow.
Yes, where are you?
Does it work? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh, what? Where are you? Oh no, this way.
Please,
Where are you?
please be available. I might need to contact you very soon and ask you a lot of questions, and you might have a lot of questions to ask me. So please be somewhere comfortable, and well, just I suggest you sit down.
Way
And
ahead
I-
of you. Over.
Okay,
You need to
okay.
say over.
I disconnect for now, and then I'm trying to think about questions I would have that are of actual use of, because I have so many questions to ask him just on, well, things that are trivial now.
Maybe he can think over it over the break.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Let's take
we
a
could.
break.
Yeah,
I
okay.
kind of forgot about
Thanks.
it.
Yay.
Beautiful,
I'm really
beautiful.
hungry.
Nicely
Nice.
done.
Up then. In that
And
case,
we're back.
back
So,
up.
what are we doing? Oh, right.
Questioning.
Asking questions.
Questioning. Let's start with the basics. How long have you been here? On Nachtschaffen.
Which of the times?
The last time.
Much since you left. What was it?
So ever since we left, you weren't back. But you did send a message.
I did. I'm here.
What did you mean in it?
I needed to distract Wino.
Is nothing in there true?
I don't remember what I wrote.
Yeah, the Red Dawn guy asking around.
Who's Farrell? Right? Farrell is the guy who's asking him about the hammer, sledgehammer.
Yeah. It wasn't a lie, but didn't happen on Halkidiki. And it was mostly a lie. Just a way to have Wina look in the wrong direction.
Have you been in contact with any other Risen?
Are there?
Yes.
I would never
same-
walk with a reason aside from my new best friend, of course.
Okay. Not in cahoots with the Baron.
Do you ask in character?
Sure.
Repeat the question, please.
So you're not in cahoots with the Baron.
Which Baron?
Okoye.
No.
Van Hal.
Hmm.
Hal is in prison. Or dead.
Was worth asking. This whole shenanigan was only personal. You made it almost national. But I have no more questions here, but
You know, I don't have to turn every plot line into world-shattering events.
yeah, I know.
I tend to go there a bit too often.
Yeah. But I will have more questions
I
coming
will
in.
have my vengeance! Sorry.
Vernon, are you sitting down?
Yep.
Right. Well, the ungrateful prelate's identity, his true identity, is
Your father, you hear?
no other than Coral.
If you could take his skull out of his
If
head,
you
he would
could,
have to hear
you can walk away. I'm still in your head. He cannot be left alive, and I assume you can understand why. And we have a very limited window to ask him anything that we wish.
Man.
While you're thinking about questions, I will repeat what he said with all the sects and stuff. I don't really remember it. The one that thinks that we can go together with the undead, the others don't. Whatever. This was all personal. The letter that was just a throw off.
Can I see him?
Could I bring Winnell here personally?
Do you believe that to be wise? Was that not destroy his loyalty, sharing the true identity of this man? Considering his...
How come? All the more reason. Why would we... Wait, what? Why?
Your friend cares deeply for the man, does he not?
Hmm. True.
And we intend to execute.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not see a conflict?
I see a conflict, but I do believe that Winnell does not agree with the path that he chose.
It
I
is
think it
your
would-
crew. It's up to you to decide what you wish to do, how to handle them. As long as this does not create a threat for our family, you are welcome to do whatever you desire.
Yes, Winnell, you may come over.
Oh wait.
Making my way.
What if it was Watanabe in there? Under the mask.
I mean, that would have been both the best and the worst way I could have written it.
I think I might have left the game actually if that happened. I'm not
I'd
sure
like go.
now, but-
You know what, Nabi? I get you. I mean, I get you, man.
Actually, no, it couldn't have been Watanabe. It could not have been Watanabe. 'Cause,
Yeah, Kartoffel.
No, because Miles haven't slept with him.
True.
I mean,
Yet.
the only traitors are characters that Miles' character, that Tao's character has slept with. Those are the only ones who can be traitors.
Well, I haven't slept with Coral, so
That's
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 what you
debatable.
think.
Yeah, as you know. Jeez.
He's a rectifier.
he
you
might
know?
be.
They have ways.
Yeah.
Hmm,
Jesus.
Christ.
Okay, can somebody fly me over to Miles, please?
Sure. You want to fly or you want to be fast? Okay, we're taking the Graph Flyer.
Or
Good.
do you want to take the helicopter?
Hold out.
Helicopter.
Yeah, make it fast, please.
Helicopter.
I'm starting up the Graph Flyer, so I can get him there. Any excuse to be piloting.
I mean, it's been just a day.
It's been a long ass day.
Right. Okay, so yeah, sure, you eventually make your way over there in 15 minutes.
I'll wait on the ship. You okay?
Not really.
We don't. We
Let's
out
talk
of
later.
character. Out of character. We don't hear what Miles sends to Winnow directly, right? Or did we all hear that?
Ooh,
Is
that's
it,
interesting.
is it a group chat?
Ooh, that's
It's like, it's none other than Coral, and then Bobby goes, "Oh shit! Oh wait."
Whoa.
Then we dropped the fucking surprise smileys.
Valor goes, "Whoa! I never saw that coming."
So we're all just sitting in the engine room, looking at each other silently.
Lance just turns dramatically towards Winnell.
Yeah.
Since it doesn't put any limitation, I'd say it is as direct as you wish it to be. Like, if
Okay,
you
so
want,
I can
you
show-
send a message to everybody. If you don't want to, you can send a message to only one
It's,
person.
it says it's channels, so I think there's more than
Okay.
one.
Yeah, so it's Discord basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you did post that in the group chat, right?
No.
Okay, serious face, serious. Okay, going in. What do I see? Are they all in the room? Like Miles,
Mm-hmm.
Coral, and Daddy?
I
Yes.
probably walk to it.
Well, I would say good to see you, but
The moment you enter the room, Coral just goes, "No! No!" and tries to hide his face.
He's he's under the effect, the
Fuck, that
same
hurt.
effect that Meltatus was, if you recall.
I assumed. Can he still talk normally to me, or
Who will oblige?
like is he himself, or
Not really, but he won't.
His memories are not disturbed. He is merely being as helpful as he can. His personal feelings towards you or anybody else are not affected, but towards myself. And those are desecrated.
I assume you still plan to execute him?
I'm afraid he has left me no choice.
I see. Honestly, I didn't see this one coming. Anything you want to say? Not sure if I want to be sad or angry.
I think it was asking Coral.
Yeah. All this for just your personal vengeance?
Just vengeance. And I have told you, there's more at stake here than fate of a few. Our opinions differ, and you do not trust me, or do not believe in it. But their reason will be the end of our speech. There will be. And that was part of the reason I went.
Well, I'm not sure I believe you, to be honest. You had the choice of saving lives or having your vengeance. You chose vengeance.
I don't see how the two goals were opposed.
I think it closed your judgment.
Perhaps your unwillingness to sacrifice. Even your parents knew that to achieve something new, some sacrifices have to be.
Oh. I kind of sacrificed my vengeance, and I feel much better for it.
You have chosen differently. Only time will show which one was right. I'm an old man. Without my bitterness.
I really wish you would have told me.
Really wish you never found out. There were good reasons I've sent you out on your own. Made your own choices. That's all I ever wanted. If you did not agree with me.
Is there anything we can do for your people, your followers you built, or do you even care about them?
Tonight. There's nothing to be done. Lord has made his choice. How did my people? We may not have our vengeance. They still have the right to die with our conviction. There's one thing I cannot take.
Well, if I would argue that, well, I don't think I should argue with you.
You tried.
I
You
tried,
failed.
yes.
Only time will show the wrongness of your choices.
Is there anything I can do for you? Any message?
There's no one left.
I have a few questions I've thought of while you were talking. You were in contact with the Sun Elves. With whom exactly, other than Miltiades?
No other.
How did you get to know about this Miltiades?
He was the Quinric's bodyguard 20 years ago.
Right, I forgot about that. And do you know anything about the night that his parents died?
Yes.
Well, tell the story.
The mother has tried to beseech Limehind. Leibrand for help one last time. You made her betrayal evident moments before Van Hal has entered. He wasn't himself by then. Your father has died in your apartment. Your mother had a couple seconds to escape. I have found her a couple streets away, succumbed to her wounds. I have reunited them and set the house on fire. Cover the trails. Hide you. You weren't meant to see it.
Well, that explains why he said that he only killed one. He wounded the other.
Indeed.
I'm sorry, Winnel.
What you're doing was his choice.
He died it?
No, I did.
Okay.
No, that was him. You hear grunting coming from Coral as he clutches his chest momentarily, collapses.
What just happened? Look at
Well, you're the doctor.
Does it look like Miles' father did something?
Miles' father is standing in the corner like this.
Do you wanna resuscitate him?
Guess I'll try to heal him.
With what?
Healing spell.
Defibrillator.
Like what is he's moaning, right?
Make me a heal check.
Heal check, okay.
Oh, nice. You think he's having a heart attack?
Do I think healing him is the best thing I can do right now? Because it's the only thing I can think of.
Do you have anything better than minor tissue with every constitution?
Why does every spell have to be 5 words?
Because I don't remember its name and I make it 5 words.
Nah, not right now. Stabilize and the.
Your best chance is to try and get him to the hospital a couple hundred. Right?
Okay. Okay. Coral, not like this. Can we get him to a hospital, please? I ask his father. This is most likely not I don't know. There's no way to go.
Do what you will.
All right. Miles, can you help me pick him up?
I help you.
Okay, it's not far. We go to the hospital.
Alright.
Is he? Can I? Before we go, can I check if he's acting?
He is not acting.
Okay. Okay.
You rush him to the hospital and you get him. I don't know how to treat a heart attack, so you get him on whatever he needs to treat a heart attack. And you do manage to stabilize him. So he definitely wasn't acting. He's old. And he's been doing a lot of running around last night.
How old is Coral?
Close to 70, I wanna say.
Yeah, something.
Actually,
Alright.
wait, is he human?
Think so.
Oh, that's degrading.
I mean, Windows is like 30. Oh. Oh my god.
What happened?
Well, I think
No, I'm just like in my head, like thought right. Oh no, I'm thinking that 30 is an old man. I'm 30. I'm an old man.
welcome to the club.
Jamie's
You're
like,
almost the
you
youngest here."
old man. Oh, Jamie's like, what, 21, 22? 15?
I'm muted. 15? Fuck, I'm 23.
Sure. Like,
15. Yeah, okay, close enough, I suppose. Yeah, you made the joke, not me. It's close enough from your perspective. Old man, you know.
I mean, it's almost as close to 30 as to 30. So, no, plus minus 70. Anyway, yeah, you do manage to stabilize him, but yeah, he'll survive, but he's definitely not doing anything good for his health. Not that it's gonna matter in but
Well, I have no more questions to ask. I think all of the mysteries have been answered.
yeah. I can't think right now, so get out of here.
You know what's going to happen. Well, in a few weeks, you'll say, "Oh, now I have that question in my head," but it will be way too late.
and that's why he learned the Speak with Death spell.
Mm.
Listen, not soon
Listen.
enough.
Not soon enough.
But if he's kind of, I don't know. I'd say goodbye to him. Just he probably won't hear it. But I walk up to him, put my hand on him, and just say goodbye and thank you anyway. You did something right. And I walk out.
I work with Venal. Well, I'm sorry you had to, in a way, I guess, witness the death of another parent. He was like a parent for you, was he not?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, gotta process that, but he was somebody very different from what I thought.
I'll let you share whatever you feel comfortable sharing with the rest of the crew. I won't speak of it if you wish.
Well, maybe give me a day. They should probably know what's going on. Tomorrow.
All right. Hey, Lance. I guess we're going to the ship for now.
So,
Sorry.
great. Fucking-tastic.
That's a problem.
Guess I'll fly us to the ship.
But were you expecting something else?
It's fine.
You seem disappointed. I'm not
Fuck's sake,
cynical.
Skillet.
You act disappointed.
Another time. Another time.
I just thought of a good question. And
I will fly them back to the ship.
Right. You do.
Like, Willow's in the corner trying to be gloomy, and then Lance does the same thing. That's kind of annoying. Okay.
Stealing your thunder.
Yeah. Wait, solemn.
nobody wants to share anything with me.
He's
You hear
this.
hammer noise.
Oh.
Hammer noise. Hammer
Hammer
noise.
noise. Yeah, hammer noise.
I turn it off. Fuck, it lasts for 7 more hours. I can't turn it off.
I'll, oh shit. I'm gonna attempt to just, with all this kind of gloom on the ship right now, I'm just gonna try and, for the first time, cook up some nice food. I'm just like in the kitchen going, how the fuck does this work? I'm trying to cook food. I'm trying to make a nice meal, get the mood up.
That's gonna be a work check.
Great.
Is this the first work check that
roll.
we are doing in this campaign?
I think we had one other one.
Yeah.
Work, and what stat does that belong to then?
I mean, he can use whatever stat he can persuade me is applicable to cooking, so whatever he wants.
Well, hey, I mean, he's dexterous, so you can cut up stuff pretty well. You know what I mean?
You can just connect and just
There you
call
go.
a pizza delivery.
My work is
Nice.
-1. It's -1, +1, so that's neutral. Great.
2d6s. Here we go. Oh, I like it. Let's go. What'd you roll? Oh, okay.
No, I was going to use these for fun, but I won't do it. You can't really see, actually. It's because it's
We
a bit
can
dark.
see
Yeah.
the white.
These are actually, if you ever see me use these are loaded dice.
Oh.
You
I'm not gonna use that.
bastard.
Alright.
How dare you.
Hey, 5 and a 6.
Wow.
Seven.
Nice.
Wow, look at that.
These aren't loaded. Okay.
You fail forward and cook up. Wonderful dish.
A few pointers from Kartoffel.
I mean, the Kartoffel was 100% ratatouille in Kim's. Not ratatouille, but...
Ratatouille? Oh, okay, yeah, no, that makes more sense. I just suddenly start finding myself cooking up the best, like,
Yeah,
beef
you're like
dish
you're
ever.
going
Just
for like
on my head.
spice. Kartoffel like goes row, steps on the face, row, row.
Yeah.
Well, there you
Gordon,
go. I'll put like
These
some
rations
down.
are raw!
There you go. Full meal. Hopefully get the spirits up. I'll call everyone. We'll have a nice dinner together. I'll call over the Window's little comm thing. Go, hey everybody! I made a nice meal. Come get some dinner. Pull some wine out. Not blood, wine, and just relax.
that's very nice of you, Tyler.
Is this about the time when I finish crafting my mod? Just
Sure.
okay.
Today is the evening of the 18th, right?
Cool.
Done?
Trying to calculate
No,
if you turn into a
17th.
werewolf.
The 17th?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me just quickly get outside and give my gun. You hear some heavy footsteps rushing through the ship. Then outside, 12 shots. Then you hear
12 shots,
Bobby
okay.
laughing. Then I come back.
Well, you seem up and about.
I have more death in my gun now.
Oh, the last bit of good news I needed for today.
6 more deaths, potentially.
Or death of my gun. Everybody on the ship starts crying.
The worst day.
Did someone die? That was
They
A little
relevant.
premature, Bobby. No one's died yet.
I mean, things were kind of rough with my family and, little
I thought everyone was
Benedictus.
kind of okay, like alive at least. Well, in their terms, alive.
The
Or
undead
equivalent.
side, the undead side will heal with time, and they have more capabilities to do so. But on the living end, my smaller nephew, smaller nephew, is in a bit of a condition.
Oh, sorry, I completely missed that information. Sorry.
That's all right. He's stable for now.
Well, stable is better than dead. That's
Indeed. I feel very lucky.
You hear quietly the rattling of the revolver of 12th chamber.
Fancy.
I'll put that away.
So your bullets are like half as wide, or how does it fit?
You can't just replace a drum and revolver with a larger one. It doesn't work. Interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I just put like a second. I took another revolver, glued it on top, and just shooting like this. So I have to hold it with two hands now.
No, there's like string attached to the first trigger that connects to the second trigger and just pulls it as well.
Oh my. Wow.
It ain't stupid if it
Genius.
works.
Yeah, it looks very reliable. Mhm.
Well, there's a certain level of maintenance that I have to put into it, otherwise it will stop working. But so do all the modifications that I do. So
Yeah.
it's not that different.
Do we have... Well, I guess we all... Well, not all of us, but I think most of us think that our next destination is Lamia.
Unfortunately, yeah.
My condolences.
Yeah. And if our goal is Librand first, then that's fine. Just want to be
I don't know.
Maybe mentally prepared if we all decide to. If I find this guy. So yeah, if we're going to the library, that's fine. Never mind.
I mean, I'm not
Trying to be
sure.
prepared for myself.
I mean, I
It
think
is
the
said,
world
but-
would be better off without her, but I don't. I want to put this behind me. I don't want to. I gain nothing from pursuing her. I think. I don't want to be like Coral.
Well, we'll.
What
Oh,
do you mean?
right.
Well, like Coral.
He's the prelate. Fucking
Oh.
Coral.
I would have put my money on your father, but
The ungrateful, ungrateful prelate is
The
Oh.
ungraceful prolapse.
Well, whatever you will be heading there anyway, Winnell. But I thought that part of what you wanted to do was maybe figure out more about your parents.
Well, I
And now
think
there's an idea of getting rid of the work and so on.
I found out more than I wanted to. And yeah. Honestly, I think I stand to lose more than I stand to gain. I mean, we're talking about a vampire, and she just could wipe us all out. And then I'm not gonna put you at risk just for some vengeance. I'm out of vengeance. I don't want this anymore.
I dig that.
I
mean-
thought about a different path, not the violent one, but just, well, she's been in close contact with your parents. She might have information that we couldn't acquire otherwise.
What kind of information?
Well, she basically funded the whole operation, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, just because someone gave money to build a skyship doesn't mean they know how to fly it.
True.
Or what's even in there to make it fly.
We don't want to know about the ritual. We just want to know about Winnow's parents, and they probably built the spaceship, but they built it with other people, and we want to hear about the other people that worked with them on that spaceship. If
Right.
using your English.
Analogy?
Thank you. Using it like that.
And why?
Though I do see, and perhaps even tend to agree more with Winnell about just doing Dalu's part in Lamia and just leaving it.
What about the books that Dala took? That's
What books?
What?
did you destroy them?
The
I think
scrolls?
so, right?
The scrolls, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
There's a
so
nest
there's
of things
essentially
are gone.
nothing left from that research.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
They
there's
got the-
potentially some remaining in the laboratory, but
No one's going in there. We
I mean,
did a
we
good
could
job
be there in
searching.
a hot second.
I was locked out of the database there. I mean, if there was a chance of getting into it again, then
It burnt
there's
out.
actually more data to be had.
I mean, I have at least 12 arguments to make other people not find out more about this research. I hold up my gun. We can shoot everything in there. Make sure that no one finds out anything else.
I would presume that by now everything that can be gathered has been gathered by the Rubers. But if you want, we can still go there and blow it up. Or whatever. Or destroy what's still on there, but I'd presume...
I think we did a good job right before we left. We did actually more than a good job, if I'm completely frank. Especially you, Bobby. Breaking that aquarium and then messing around with the tubes and then grabbing onto that globe thing and breaking it. You've done a very good job.
That was my finest acting, I must say. Probably won't get it better than this. Well, to be honest, I feel very indifferent about going back there because your parents intended to destroy everything, and we would just do the same, and I think we can trust them to get it done. Right?
But they probably took whatever they could already. That seemed valuable.
I'd also guess so. I mean, we can pop by for a look if you guys want, but yeah. Also, I do have to ask if you are planning on going to Lamia for even just for Dalek stuff. Have you given any thought or preparations to visiting a planet where our all-male group might not be all that welcome?
I don't... Dan, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think that's going to be an issue. We are living. Female, male, living, same...
You're gonna be despised, not hated.
That's good.
Great.
Despised, not hated. It's similar. I get you.
Wait, and women are not despised?
Oh, why would they?
No, living women, not vampires.
No.
I think it's just men or women.
Huh,
It doesn't have to do with
okay.
vampires.
How powerful is that face-changing thingamajig of yours? Can it change my voice as well?
No.
Can we have a whole saga of all 5 characters speaking like this?
I had to do this. You need to do this as well. Especially Lucas, that's gonna be hilarious. Because he has a deep voice. You have a deep voice. So. Well, kind of deep.
I'm gonna be mute if you guys don't mind, yeah? I'm gonna practice sign language. I already know a few. This is my first one.
Oh, interesting.
I don't think I technically count as a man anymore. I mean, my ding dong is gone.
Wait, they can't see through if you're a.
I mean, I could turn my crotch into like a dildo if I wanted to. But...
I don't think they care for the technical part. Yeah, probably.
You were originally a man.
Well, then I think they're very backwards in time.
I am afraid
you really exude that masculine, aura. I think that's plenty. Sorry.
Yeah, it's probably the beard. That might give me away.
Well, maybe
Alright, so okay, Miles. So it's not like like men are completely prohibited to go there. Lamia is still a big port. It has a lot of like vampire adventurers and so on. And it's basically just like imagine that like your guys, you're gonna live in a like 1-star motel. That's all you get. Like the ladies, they're gonna live past those walls in the 5-star hotel. Also, you kind of suck.
You're terrible, you're weak, you're useless, you're slaves, you better be slaves, that's the only thing you're good for, you know? At least if you're living. If you're a vampire male, that's like, you're a problem and we need to get rid of you. But also,
How do these people procreate?
but you know, people also go there because a lot of people kind of like want to be in such situation because okay, not just because some people are kinky, but because I mean, Lymians are amazing, they're strong and powerful and independent, and they're vampire ladies, you know. They know how to make people think that it's a good idea to serve us.
No, hold on a second. Is this that Lady Demonesca, whatever thing, from the fucking Resident Evil?
Oh, from the Resident Evil lady, the big one with the hat.
No, more subtle.
More subtle. Okay.
You know, like they actually like wash their face and don't go around like covered in blood. Plus,
do you mind me asking how they procreate? Like, what is the
vampires?
What, like,
by biting people?
That's all they do. There's no families. They just bite. There's just blood children. There's no.
Usually, yes.
The living. Well, you just need one male.
I mean, vampires, they procreate through other races, so they don't need to worry about male female. They have men on Lamia. It's just basically imagine
just enough men to have genetic diversity among the people, but no more than that.
Right. Imagine like 200, 300, 400, 500 years ago, but gender roles are reversed. That should be the easiest example. And up to 11. You know, like men don't get to vote, they don't get anything. You go into your smithy and make me a knife.
Into your smithy and make me a knife. Nice.
And I'm gonna use that knife to stab you, and you're gonna like it. But one thing you do know is Lamia is basically the exporter of all the beasts that Red Order uses. Beasts.
Okay.
Like those giant skeleton beasts used for like trucks, basically, they are from Lamia. So Lamia has like very aggressive, very biodiverse, very weird, fucked up fauna. Beasts there are just crazy, just like crazy. Those bunnies you fought in the laboratory, they're also from Lamia. And living are much more dangerous. They're called Lamian death bunnies. They're not big on names, but they're right on point with them. And they do have hunts to like gather those beasts. And the big part of the hunt is not just like industrial collection, but just like showing off and so on. And I mean, that's about where you get a scene from like the 300. Remember how like the Spartans were dressed over there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
I think the original question was about preparation for us going there.
Well, how about...
So you need to buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 watermelons. No, not watermelons. That's too big. Melons. Sorry, continue.
Well, we could go there and try to find some sort of I don't want to say sponsor, but someone who would endorse us investigating them. We could also politely ask if we're tolerated investigating there. And if they say no, then we try a different route, sneaking around.
Would I get? Does Miles get the feeling that actually saying that he's a Ruber which is bound to be a male vampire in the future, might be a bad idea on Lamia.
If you remember, your father gave you a letter of introduction to be used in last case scenario. Your father has warned you that the threat of drawing too much attention to yourself might make you too a juicy target for them. Like they will try to the chance of them just going, okay, I'm gonna drag you into a dark corner and bite you and make you my slave is low. But if they know, oh,
Never
he's the
zero.
son of Rubers, it would be really, really cool if I could get that as my toy, you know?
Okay.
And same if you prove yourself to be way too competent, they will try to entice you and make you stay. And, well, you know what your father can do, and your father's charm compared to Lamian's is like 3rd grade level of charm.
Okay.
So, did
yeah,
you
can-
need to go there, Miles? Didn't you mention something?
It's not really a big deal, and I certainly can skip it. Dalu thing, we can. To be perfectly honest, I'm not very comfortable at staying at Lamia. For all I care, we could do the Dalu thing and get out.
Yes, please.
Oh,
Oh, whatever you desire, you're my valet here. But that's what I want.
Well, we've had a lot of focus on Will's story. Let's have a throwback to yours.
yes, please. I need to do.
I
something
have a
else with this shit.
different question in that regard. Do we know where we find this clone in particular?
We could
Or will we
contact
need to spend
Countess
some time?
Hermione von Auerbach.
Ooh, what? I heard
She-
that name before.
She's the monarch of Lamia. Why would you want to contact her?
Well, according to the document,
Pokedex.
to the Pokedex, he has ingratiated himself with her.
Oh, fuck us.
Oh shit!
So
What?
What? Let's
Actually,
look
let
at the
me
Pokedex.
correct it.
Uh,
She's not the countess, she's Mar.
Wait, what does
She's a monarch.
ingratiated mean? Like, I don't know. What's that?
they got along. He
They're
did
formally-
something favorable. He earned her favor.
Okay, right.
Which one of these?
Ilonu Young
Okay.
or Ilonu Young.
Oh, Elon Musk. Got it.
Elon Musk.
hmm
So
So what? I could pretend to be. I'll just be me, and then you're thinking of just waltzing in and asking her because she's the most connected. If we could even get to a monarch.
Oh, here's an in. So there's this Lamian Shrike, which is this creature that made the Lamian jungle inaccessible. We could offer ourselves to do some protection work, hunting.
And what's the plan after that?
Are you reading the same information I'm reading? Because I'm reading the vampires are scared of it.
Or maybe it's shooting daylight out of its eyes, and that's why they're scared.
Maybe it's a fucking angel.
Yeah, we shoot our gun at it. They'll be biting it, you know.
I mean,
Yes, please go hunt the Shrike.
Oh, he's making the beasts.
He's
Hunting them.
he studied them.
No,
He
he's
named it.
Oh, okay.
He's doing
Leading
all of it.
experiments in creation of new beast types. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. So you're by talking about hunting them or protecting from this creature, we'll find the guy. because he's related to them.
1 second. Buddy, according to
Yes, Bobby?
to our documents, it is believed that the Slavic biotransmutation facility lies within the Shrike's territory. Would that perchance be a place that would be beneficial for me in my condition?
Yes, Bobby, that sounds like a place we might find equipment capable of curing you, or at least extending your life expectations.
Well, the plot thickens.
Assuming, of course, this facility has survived and has access to sufficient amount of power.
And assuming that we get there alive.
The
Indeed.
plot dilutes.
That's
I
good
am
to know. thank you.
afraid I am unfamiliar with such creature. But if such a facility exists and is explanation for the hostility of the fauna on this location, we need to be prepared to face some really big dangers.
I mean, how big can that danger really be?
Might need a bigger gun.
Oh,
Well, we do have a rocket launcher.
And we did just recently upgrade the Grafly, which is nice.
I mean, we could go there and try to get some more information on this and try to find out if this would actually be a feasible job and if a certain Machinus von Auerbach would be delighted if we killed such a creature.
They might all be entangled together, doing Dalu's side of the story, trying to figure out how to cure you or at least lengthen your life, getting the information about Winno's parents, and perhaps getting a favor with the vampires myself. And everyone's happy except Lance.
well, he's the only one who's not gonna get eaten.
Don't worry,
Yeah, that
Lance is on the schedule.
I do have the best chances of not getting
Yes.
eaten, which is nice.
And I might at least not go down as the first one because I'm mostly metal at this point.
You will not make for a
Unless
nice
it's
meal.
like a metal eating beast that I'm completely fucked probably. But I could fly away.
I'm
Hopefully
gonna
that
stay
thing
in the
can
ship
fly.
the whole time.
No,
Bobby.
you are not.
Just a warning.
Bobby.
My armor plating is not rated for Slavic biotransmutational facilities.
Well, we're not fighting the facility.
What I
Just
meant
beast.
is the beast coming of those facilities might be capable of penetrating our armor.
Oh. The beast comes from the Slavic bio laboratory. Fucking life-size coronavirus.
Captain, all I heard was might.
Yes.
That is correct.
If it's got an eye, I can shoot it. In its eye.
According to my information, not every creature's might require eyes.
Okay, if it had some, I don't know,
Limbs.
seismic testicles or something, I will shoot those.
Bobby,
Just make
have you
testicles
ever
bigger.
heard about tremor sense?
There must be something that senses those
Oh,
tremors.
God. What the fuck? Imagining a creature now with just a giant ball sack.
That's how it perceives tremors. You know, it's just
Oh
the
my
balls
God.
like softly on the earth and detects.
Why would I ever create a creature like that? No, why would I?
He
I'm
turns
too
to
mature
page 7
for
where
that.
he already drew the creature.
I know way too well that Bobby would be too
maybe
excited
this-
about such a creature.
No, this is the reason why all the Lamian female vampires are scared of him. He's a fucking huge boss.
Just a massive penis in the jungle. Oh no, it's the mighty jungle dick! Ah!
So it's like every man is related to
This
this
is
huge
the
creature.
worst.
Oh, the ball sack. The curse of the ball sack.
Oh, this hurts.
Demon.
Yeah, we
Anyone
did
who's
it.
met him never lasted a
We
week.
broke him.
I'm imagining some demon, but it's the episode of South Park where
They're like
Yeah, Randy
jumping
has
around on their
his-
balls.
Yeah.
So like it's a thing that jumps on its ball sack like that.
My third dick
Space
running through a
software.
ball. Oh no. I was pretty sure
It all
that
makes sense now.
that a dick joke would be what's getting me. Okay.
So in the end, you have become that which you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I knew
Right.
I was gonna be my biggest enemy.
Yes. Yes,
Because of
indeed.
all the stupid jokes.
Okay. So we
Nothing,
could actually make.
is.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, you do.
How
But-
about we sleep on this decision? I think it's fair to say that we could also use a couple more days here. I could continue crafting my weapon, which would make sense if we were to chase such a creature.
Yes, I would also like to say my goodbyes before I leave.
Can I have enough days to craft a level 2 mod, which would be
How many days?
14 reduced to 7, 4 days?
4 days.
How long does it take to get there? Can you craft while we are moving?
It does not. Isn't it? No, it's not the same
Takes
system,
2 days, right?
It's another system. You can.
Another
you
system,
can
2 days.
Craft it in transit, I think.
No, we need to travel to the edge of this system first, and then we need to travel between systems, which is 3 days, and then we need to travel to the location again, and then it's 1 day again. I think it's about 5 days.
You got enough
Okay.
days.
Or one hex's default is 6 days, right, Dan? And we have a level 2 drive, so it's 3 days.
Yes.
Okay. Haven't done this in a while.
Can I get 500 credits? I will buy some more parts for the customized mod.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're
then
all
I will-
muted, Selim.
What are you preparing for?
Oh,
Bobby?
sorry. Yes, I have subtracted 500.
Cool.
What are you planning to hunt with that gun?
Huge.
That's right.
I'm starting to get worried about the creatures I've prepared. I might need to up my game. That's
You'll
gonna
get
be like,
one shot.
this is the most dangerous creature in the jungle, the alphas of the alphas. Bobby's like, boom, 50 damage. Dan is like, how do you want to do this?
No, there's another step in front of that where Winnow just gives Bobby double turn, and Bobby shoots twice. And...
No, it's more like, so, how do you want to do this? Oh, by the way, I had a partner. Oh, you have a second shot? Okay, then.
A quick question: would it be possible for me to concoct some sort of explosive ammunition?
Dan's thinking, you know what Lucas' character is really lacking in? Damage.
Yeah, let's give him rockets that he can shoot.
Not for the mag pistol. It's too low caliber.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Like, it won't a shotgun or rifle for that.
Well, I agree with Bobby. Let's sleep on this, and tomorrow we can do our arrangements and have.
And yeah,
already
and since
be
it
on the
only
way.
takes him 4 days, and we have 5 days travel, we can start as soon as you've talked to your parents.
And Bobby has bought
And
his
the ship needs to be restocked as well. We're running low on supplies. Yes.
Awesome. Good.
Well, it's cheaper here, right, Dan? This is a corn chamber, Nachthafen.
Not really, no.
No, it's not.
No, it's generic.
Okay, is it normal price?
Normal price. Yeah.
Okay. I need to look up the price.
Dalu, please leave. I'll do the dishes. Thank you.
For some reason, I was like, "Well, I don't want to leave the Discord." I don't know why I thought.
No, not the dishes. I'll do the dishes, Dalu. I'll wash them.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's very nice when you do the cooking and someone else does it. Yeah. Thanks. You gone through a rough day too? You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Right, thanks.
Not as rough as other members of this ship.
Shut up.
So yeah, let's sleep. Miles goes and says his goodbyes. This time he will visit his mother. Julian and father. I guess Victoria, if he meets her, is gonna die. So no. Well, he'll ask father if meeting Victoria is his death.
Sorry, say again. I'll show you my notes.
Okay. Yeah. So we sleep, and then the next morning, Miles is gonna go around and have a round of goodbyes, starting with father, Julian, mother, and if father says that it's maybe okay to see Victoria, then Victoria as well. Oh, and the kids. Well, meeting with Julian.
Father would say, Jack would say that in terms of danger, he would not recommend. But if you feel strongly emotional attached to the thought, and considering where you're traveling, he will not stop you if you risk it. And he'll obviously be there to try and protect you.
No, she needs a rest.
How long do you think?
The Shrike is?
No, I was. No, I was wondering.
An average male shrike is about from 3 to 6 inches.
I was wondering if it made sense to ask your sister if she would accompany us, because they would be much more open if a female vampire was here on my underlings. But I thought, that's probably not a good idea.
We kind of hate each other's guts, and she has a duty to learn how to be a vampire.
Okay, so this is gonna be like, hey Victoria, do you wanna travel with us to Slimy and we're gonna pretend to be your slaves? So this plan breaks at the part pretend.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I thought as much that it would be a bad idea. All right.
Yep. So, goodbye, and see you hopefully soon. Father, goodbye, and be strong for the kids. Julian, hey kids, be strong for your dad also, and your mother, and goodbye, mother.
Goodbye, Miles. Goodbye, son. May luck be on your side, and may you acquire all that you desire.
Thank you. May you have an expedient recovery.
Actually, like after this couple of days, like your father has returned to his normal state. Your mother is still wearing like extra like gloves, so you have a feeling that no, not completely, but you never know what's here. Like you might as well roll an inside check on the wall. You're gonna be more successful.
Yeah. Send my regards to Victoria. And I guess Bobby bought his scraps and whatnot, and we're off to Lamia.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where the adventures in Lamia will bring you. Quite possible that you will choose the path of peace. Non-vengeance. A lot of the things that have been prepared will have to be thrown away. So, leaving you on that thought, I would like to consult a bit of my notes, and I will have to read from my notes because it's a bit too much. The jungles of Lamia were never silent for the woman called Lamke. The trees vibrated with the music of death from the highest branches to the lowest roots. The air was perfumed with the heady musk of slaughter, and the wind carried the roars of hungry beasts to serenade her as she dropped. She lay unmoving on a stone bier, her dusky flesh soaking up the moonlight that streamed down through the gaping hole in the roof of the ziggurat that she had claimed 100 years before in a single night of blood and fire. Her bier occupied the topmost chamber of the ziggurat. The chamber reeked of blood and fear, even now, a century or more since she had claimed it as her citadel. Men and women had gone screaming to their deaths on the bier on which she slumbered, their rib cages burst and their hearts plucked, still pulsing from their gaping chests. The ghost of 1,000 sacrifices still clung to the wine-strangled stones of the chamber, and they crept through the shadows, hollow-eyed and mutely screaming, still as they stalked the quivering phantoms of their slayers in a never-ending chase that promised Lamke with unceasing amusement. Veins the hue of ash streaked her flesh. Her hair was the color of peach and so dark that it was almost blue in the moonlight. Her eyes flickered as she dreamed of soft silks and the salt-tinged air of the City of the Dawn. It was a false dream. She had never been there. She had never seen its ivory pillars engraved with the names of its kings and queens, or the soft-hued marble of its palaces which mimicked the dawn, but she wished she would. Such was the command of the Queen of Mystery. It was the Queen who had shared the dream with Lamke long, long ago. She had placed this idea with all of its wonders and majesty, all that it was and all that it could be in Lamke's mind, as gently as she had pierced her flesh with her fang. As sweetly as she has imparted some of her divine strength to her sister monarch and raised Lamke from the mistress of few, the queen of many. And all she asked in return was that Lamke do as she had always done. All she asked was that the Serpent Queen strike with fire, fang, and ferocity, again and again, until the jungles bowed to the whim of the Queen of Mysteries. It was a small thing, and one Lamke would have done regardless, had been doing before she had been introduced.
So Fumka is one badass bitch.
You will never meet her. That's where we're gonna end the session.